Hello! I haven't done a video in forever. I was curling my hair because I haven't curled my hair in forever either. And I was just kind of, I want to film a video today. It's Saturday. I don't really have any commitments. Today is just kind of go with the flow day. You know what I'm saying? Woo! Look at my slippers. How cute are these? They are unicorn slippers. They were a gift. And the person that gave them to me, she's like, I just thought it was so funny and I thought you'd appreciate it. And I was like, I do. I like to think I'm the comedic relief of life because not everything needs to be taken seriously. You know what I'm saying? So I think I'm just going to talk instead of like telling you exactly what I'm doing. But I have a lot of exciting things happening actually that I haven't shared on the internet. Not for any reason that I don't want anyone to know. I just haven't done it. I haven't really been doing my makeup lately, to be honest. I don't know. I'm in grad school. If you know me, you probably know that. But I'm kind of just at this point where I'm ready for the semester to be over. It's been an exhausting semester, like emotionally. Like, almost all semester I've been struggling. And finally, I got back from Hawaii. I just got to this point where I got back and I was like, you know what? It's all going to be okay. I got back on Sunday and then I had a paper due on Tuesday and I did not start writing the paper until early Tuesday morning. But I was like not stressed at all. That sounds so weird. And normally I would be freaking out, but I just wasn't. Just letting life happen. And I don't know, I feel fine about it. Let's hope for the best here, people. Usually I do my face, so I'll do my face. I've also been digging this foundation. This is the Physicians Formula, the Healthy Foundation. I've been loving it. It doesn't break me out. We're living the dream. So my program specifically for higher education requires that you do, this also smells like paint in case you're curious, internships for students. You have to at least do one 120-hour internship, and you can do up to 3, which I'll get to that exciting news in a moment. So I was working 20 hours a week, in my internship 10 hours a week, going to class 6 hours a week, and then doing homework and stuff. And of course I want to have a personal life. So it was just kind of overwhelming. So I have learned a lot about myself. I don't know, I just kind of had a mental breakdown in the first part of the semester because I felt so overwhelmed and I had no idea what was going on. We're just going to have some powder on here and then we'll wipe it off in a second because I'm going to do my eyebrows, I think. With my eyebrows, like crazy. I like to put my eyebrows down and then fill them in from the top and then I'll comb them up. There's a cat coming in my room. Anywho, moving on to other things in life. Grad school just in general has been very overwhelming this semester, like I said, just because of everything that's going on. All the commitments that I've made and have to follow through on. So, but only have a couple classes left, like I said, and we are getting there, people. We're getting there. This is the Anastasia Soft Glam palette. It's beautiful. And I'm going to use it today. I think I'm getting close to the end of my braces. Knock on wood. Fun story. This tooth is not my real tooth. I think they call it a pontic, an orthodontia. And it kind of is just a placeholder because I had a tooth there. I was born with a cleft palate and cleft lip. And so I think I'm going to go with a warm tone look because, it's spring. Yellow. I had a tooth there. It's basically decaying from the root onward, oddly enough. But so I had to get it pulled because it just was not doing its job anymore. And we knew this when I was younger. We knew the tooth would have to come out eventually. Finally got it pulled. So they put that in there. But the thing is it's just attached to the bracket. And I had peanut butter. Love me some peanut butter. I had peanut butter in between my gum and my tooth, and I was trying to get it out, and the fucking tooth popped off of the bracket. And so I was like, I was literally going to the orthodontist the following week on a Thursday. It popped off on a Monday. And then not that week, but the following week, I was going to the orthodontist. So I was like, it couldn't have waited a week. I called my orthodontist. I was without a tooth for 24 hours. And they're like, oh yeah, well, we'll just put it back on when you come in. I was like, would it be possible, go to another orthodontist and have them just glue it back on kind of thing? They're like, yeah, you can do that. And so I went. It cost $75 for them to glue it back on and whatever. So I got that back on and then I went to Hawaii. It was wonderful, beautiful. Shout out to my dad for hooking a girl up. So I'm excited. My braces should be coming off hopefully by the end of the year. That's what I'm telling myself. That's not something that they told me, but I'm pretending I deserve it, and I'm so stoked. So I have 2 exciting announcements. First being that I got an internship over the summer. Like I said, my program requires us to do one but you can do up to 3. And so I went through this process called a Kuhu-I. I got offered a few, I think 4 or 5 internships, which was fun. But ultimately, I did 15 interviews. The internship that I first got offered is the one that I accepted because they were number 1 on my list. I just really enjoyed the conversation we were having. I felt like they kind of understood my sense of humor, which is important to me. And so it was great. So over the summer, I will be in Lubbock, Texas. I have an internship at Texas Tech University with their university housing. I'll be working in the Welcome Center. Housing terrifies me because I don't want to oversee a bunch of college students, but this will allow me to understand university housing without actually having to oversee a whole complex or multiple complexes. So I'm excited about that, and it'll be fun. I'm stoked. And then on top of that, having all those interviews helped me because I actually went through GA interview day because I love my GA. I love my supervisors. Because I work with our faculty, and they're just amazing. They're great people, and I just love them so much. Nothing in my life has ever allowed me to use the term bittersweet, but this is totally it because I absolutely love my supervisor, bosses, faculty. They're just wonderful, and I love the fact that I have the relationship that I do have with them. But I went through GA interview day just because I know with my GA I don't really get to work a lot with students, and that's why I want to go in to student affairs, is so I can interact with students and advise them. And I kind of got to this point where I was like, if I'm going to go into student affairs, I'm going to have to be able to say, oh yes, I've advised students or I've advised student organizations. I kind of got to this point where I was like, I don't have that experience, and that is so important. So I went through that process. I had 4 different interviews. I realized throughout grad school, throughout working with student conduct, throughout working with faculty, that the environment and the people that I'm working with are so important. I feel like I'm getting off track, but I feel like that's most of my life, right? I accepted a position, I was offered and accepted a position to work with registered student organizations next year. So I'll be the RSO GA for next year. I'll be working in campus activities. I'm super excited because I think it's just going to be a great experience. I have an internship in Texas over the summer. Super excited about that. And then I'll be working with RSOs next year. So a bunch of changes are happening, and literally in my life and everyone else I know, very, very important people to me are getting married over the summer. I don't know what color I want to use. My best friend is getting married in June. One of my littles is getting married in June. And then another friend of mine is getting married in August. I'm going to be doing my best friend's makeup, and I'm going to be doing my little's makeup for her wedding, for both their weddings. So that'll be fun. Life is going well. That's all I can say. Booked my flight for May to go home. And then I have to book my flight for July or June to go home and go to Salt Lake. And I was like, I'm going to spend $2,000 over the summer on flights. Then I FaceTimed my little today, the one who's getting married, and I was just so happy to see her face. But I've just kind of been in this mood of really missing her, an abnormal amount, and I'm not really sure what's going on. And I think maybe it's part of it is because I know I'm gonna see her in June, and I kind of just want to see her now. I'm not really much of a baker when it comes to my under eyes. I think I'm impatient. I can't wait that long. I'm I just want it to be done. I was hanging out last night with some people from my program. I'm like, what are you guys doing tomorrow? Would you want to go to track meet? And then one of them's like, I'm going. And I'm like, is that an invite? And I was like, well, I don't really know. I don't want to impede myself in his life. And then he literally texted me 5 seconds ago and was like, you want to go? And I was like, sure. So I'm going to track meet apparently, so that's why I have to expedite this process, even though I'm going slower than a snail. I'm just using whatever on the brush. I'm not actually putting on bronzer. Yeah, I'm loving this color. This is the Tartist blush palette, and it's the color Laugh. Oh, I know now I'm getting into the products because I have nothing else to say about my life. And I forgot even what I was talking about. Yes, I love highlighter. It just makes my life a better place, I'm super stoked about getting my braces off, so hopefully that happens by the end of the year. Now, when I first got my braces on, I was super insecure. I thought I looked like I was in high school again, and I did not like that. It was hard because I was like, okay, well, I'm going to grad school and I'm going to be working with students, and I look like a child. I look like I'm younger than the students I'm going to be working with. Maybe I'm alone in this. I do not carve out my eyebrows. I never got into it, and my eyebrows are just hairy AF, so what am I supposed to do, it is what it is. Also, so this is relevant to basically everything. So Arkansas is definitely different than what I'm used to. Culturally, Arkansas is very different. I'm not used to it. It's unusual. with that being said, not only is the culture different, but the environment is different. And so I'm used to like being able to curl my hair and have it stay curled. Well, here the humidity just like flattens out my curls so quickly. I just want to live my life. Anywho, I really have to go. But this is my makeup. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed doing it. I'm kind of digging how it turned out. And I will see. I know that's so conceited. But you know what? Self-love is important. And I can be conceited if I want to be sometimes. Okay? Thanks for hanging out with me for a little bit. And I'll see you probably in another 6 months. Because let's be honest, that's the last time I filmed a video. But yeah, have a great day, great weekend, great life, and I'll see you next time.